I almost ruined somebody's wedding. They were furious. They threatened bad reviews, and it was all because we didn't play Madonna. This could have destroyed my entire reputation, all 15 years of hard work gone down the drain, but it didn't. And here's what I did instead of getting defensive. Now, this couple was great. They were ideal client from the beginning. They were enthusiastic. They were really into my band. They were really into our vibe. We spoke on the phone several times prior to booking, getting to know each other, and they were just a good vibe. No red flags there. And they booked us. They came to see us at the Red Lion, our showcases several times. Super stoked about everything and easy. So loved that part of it. Now, clients will book us a year and a half in advance. This is normal. We had an intro call after the booking. We talked about song choices. We talked about, just general vibes that they wanted. And at one point, they mentioned that they were really big Madonna fans. I was like, yes, awesome, love it. Like a Prayer, Like a Virgin, all that stuff we can play, no problem. We got you. And then we're super stoked. That was the last time that I heard anything about Madonna, okay? So a year and a half goes by, and we get to about a month before their wedding, and we have another call to go over their documents. So everybody gets the document that they need to fill out, and they need to put all their song requests on those documents. And that it's really just one page. Your song requests, your first dance, parent dances, all that stuff, any of your favorite songs. Not a single word on that document said Madonna. No Madonna, just like there's nothing about Madonna in there. We get on the call to go over the document. In the call, nothing about Madonna, okay? So it's been a year and a half since I even heard anything about Madonna. Of course, we've had hundreds of events, and I've had hundreds of phone calls with clients, and I completely forgot about the Madonna detail, right? And so we wrap up the call, everything's awesome, and we're super stoked about the wedding, and that's it. There was no other time, no other moment where I heard the word Madonna. And so we get to the wedding, everything's great, we're playing all the songs that they requested, we did everything that they asked on that page, everything that we talked about on the phone, on that last phone call. We executed it really well. The crowd was awesome. Everything was beautiful. And we had a great time. At the end of the night, when we're packing up, I run up to the couple and I was like, hey, can I get a selfie with you guys for the gram? And they were like, sure. Like not super stoked as usual. Like I was like, what's going on? Like something was off. Okay, but maybe, it was like, it's their big day. It's like they had a lot of people to say goodbye to, maybe whatever, maybe I was just in my head. So we take the selfie and they smile and then we're like, thank you so much. And we go our separate ways. Okay, not a big deal. Nothing is really on my mind about that. The next day, I get an email from them. And it starts like, hey, thank you for the wedding. Thank you so much for your work. We had a great time, ? And then the rest of the email is like, wow, it's just taking me back. Okay, it's like they were pissed off. They were telling me how they were so upset about that we didn't play a single Madonna song. That their guests all knew that they were huge Madonna fans, and that their guests were like, what's going on? How come your wedding band didn't play one single Madonna song? So it was a whole thing. And in the email, they were clearly really upset, and they were telling me how they were going to trash my reputation, the reputation of the band, that they were going to tell all the online sources. It was a whole thing. And they were, you could tell that they were like in bed, like upset. No offense to them, guys. No, it's their wedding, and they have every right to be upset and furious. Okay, I panicked. I am like, oh my God. As soon as they said that, I'm like, oh, that one detail from that one phone call, I remembered it, and I was like, I had a mini panic attack, and I took a few deep breaths, and wow, I replied, and this is what saved me. Okay, I had a choice. I could get defensive. I could say, hey, you didn't put it down in your document, so it's not my responsibility. I could be like that, or I could be the second route, which is what I did. I apologized. I took complete responsibility for that error. I told them that, yes, you did tell me the Madonna detail that it was important, and I just completely forgot, and it's on me, completely on me. I did also say, I'm sorry that I never saw it in any of the final documents, so that's why it really slipped through the cracks, and I apologize for not writing it down myself. When a client is unhappy, you gotta just apologize and do anything and everything that you can to make it right. Guys, it's their wedding. They are entitled to having everything exactly the way that they want it because they paid for it. They paid for it that way. And we really should not be making these kinds of mistakes, and we can't get defensive about it. We have to just, the customer is king. This is a really important detail here. And so I didn't argue with the facts. That we didn't play the Madonna. I just addressed their feelings. And somewhere in my email reply, I asked them if there was anything that I could do, and I offered to refund some money for my mistake, and I sent that email. And they wrote me back a few hours later. They're like, Claudio, thank you so much for the email. Yes, I hear you. And they were like completely 180. They were like, they really softened up. Like before they were like gonna trash my entire business. And now they're like, you're right. And they apologized for overreacting and speaking to me in that way. And they were really sweet. And it was a great, it's like best case scenario, guys. All because I didn't get defensive. And they took the little bit of money that I offered them as a sign of, hey, I'm apologizing and I'm taking ownership. And that's it. I patched it up and we were good to go. Everybody was fine. No bad reviews, no additional drama. So weddings are really emotional. And customer service is all about addressing those emotions when needed. And it's more important than me being right. Because in my mind, I was like, you know what? I did everything you asked, and you just didn't do what I asked, which is to write it down on the document. And so it's more important for me to apologize, pay them the money. I believe it was something like $500 that I gave back, and I didn't lose $500. I paid $500 to protect my reputation. That's how I see it. And this goes beyond weddings. All the music industry, freelancing, any client-based business. So when something goes wrong, your response matters more than the actual mistake. Guys, I'm Claudio, the band leader, bass player, and owner of Mod Society. Let me know if you've ever been in a situation like this. Leave it down in the comments. How did you guys get through it? How was it for you? How did it come out? Thanks again. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.